Hello, good afternoon. I mean, we left here half an hour ago, but
yeah, it's not really.
Wasn't me and you that left them, though.
Exactly.
In all fairness, we left people.
I had small bits of input because I was getting bullied, but
you did.
That's that.
There was a lot of Costco chat.
A lot of JD chat.
JD, Costco, motorways, all of the above. But it is Everton v Bournemouth. We're on obviously a bit early because we're going the match, so we're gonna do that. So, yeah, what are your feelings ahead of this one then?
I want to be positive. That's my aim. But I was saying to Jacob before that's like any time we go and have like a good away performance and we go to like the game at home and we're all like, oh yeah, we're gonna build on that now. It always doesn't seem to go Everton's way. And you think of like the West Ham, even Leeds and stuff like that. You just think of all them games with Wolves, yeah. It's just
Brentford.
like opportunities that were there, and we just didn't take it. So, but the only sort of saving grace is that maybe we didn't have a full team. But it's a bit of a push. Some of the earlier ones we did have a full team, but that doesn't matter. But that's my only hope is that hopefully now. I don't know, you sort of kicked on and the players do know each other and stuff. So I'm going to say 3-1 Everton.
3-1
Everton.
3-1 Everton.
GSBL's going to score again. James Tarkowski owes us one. Proper owes us one now.
About time he scored some goals.
Yeah. He really owes us one, so he's got to score, otherwise. And then.
Otherwise, it's going to be in your bad books.
Yeah. And we'll come back to this tomorrow when it's spot on.
I hope so. I'd be delighted with 3-1. They're a good side.
They are
They're
good.
a dangerous side, but they do concede goals. So,
and they're a bit up and down, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, they're 5 unbeaten at the moment. But
didn't they go on a big streak?
That's football, though. Yeah, but they were on a terrible run, and then they started winning. So it's up to us, isn't it? We've got to win. We haven't won at home since December the 6th, which is absolutely shocking. So we've got to go and get ourselves in front and build on it. It's gonna be a tough game, but they're all gonna be tough now. It's not gonna be an easy game, and start winning. We're a good side. We keep proving it away from home. Got to try and prove it at home. And you're right with the team. We've lost Jack Grealish, and it's a massive loss. But everyone else is fit and ready. We've got Tyreek George in, so we've got something a bit different in as well. We need. Barry's been out with his striker coach.
Yeah.
Well done, lad. Well done. Well done, you. Because the club should be doing, really, but well done. Go and do that extra bit of finishing.
Yeah.
And the players have got to take responsibility at home. Can't be that they can go away and work hard and grind out results and get results at good, grounds where it's difficult. Villa had won 11 straight home games till we beat them. Fulham had won the most they'd won. They had that 10 out of 12 before we got there, but they'd won the most home games they had for years in the season. We went there and won. Won at Forest, which is always a tricky game when I'm on there. So, won at Manchester United. We'd never won at Bournemouth. So all of these grounds where it's difficult and we play difficult teams. Ironically, the worst team we've played in that whole run was Burnley and we didn't beat them.
Yeah.
When we got beat at Chelsea, which is fine, they're a better side, but we had a lot of chances that day. I mean, Jack Grealish could have had 3 that day.
Yeah, there was that first. They scored right away, didn't he? But there was like the first 20 minutes where we had all the pressure on them.
Yeah, it was all.
And we got a counter attack and then scored. And
that was it. Yeah.
And we lost GSB all. Did we not have Garnegay for that one either?
That was the last one. We had him and Jack. But we had Jack did miss some good chances. Tierno Barry missed one. Tarkowski, O'Brien. We had opportunities that day. And so we're fine at giving teams games away from Hill Dickinson. It's about time we started giving some at home.
What do you think it is? Do you think it's literally just the fact that we've got to be more on the front foot? Or do you think it's a mentality thing?
I don't
it's a weird one, isn't it? Because normally your home form is what sort of you build on and you hope you can get some away, but we're the opposite. And it's like
Spurs are a bit like this, though, aren't they? Spurs are dreadful at home and have been, they're not great away at the moment, but we're better. But I think for us, I don't think it's a mentality thing as such. I don't know, it's a mentality thing from the supporters, I don't know. But I do think it's just, we sort of don't know what what we're doing at home. I think away we know exactly what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're not there to please anyone. We're there to stay nice and tight.
Mm-hmm.
And then we try and hit it on the counter or nick the ball high up the pitch, and we've been very good at doing that. I think at home, the onus is on us because we're at home. And we think the onus is on us because we're at home. And us as crowd, we get in and we expect us to attack.
Mm.
So I think we're just a little bit more open. And we've just conceded 2 goals that are easy.
Really easy.
Like when you look at the goals that have gone in against us lately at home, there hasn't been many worldies. They've all been basic goals. Like
mistakes and stuff.
The Leeds goal.
Yeah.
You know, we get all... Dwight McNeil doesn't track the goal scorer, but no one closes the cross down.
Yeah.
Someone goes near post and misses in and runs, and there's people on their own.
I think like Brentford and stuff like that as well.
Brentford goals, God.
Even Tottenham's, it was just 2 headers.
Newcastle, set pieces. Yeah. You know, goalie mistake. Arsenal was a penalty. So and every team can say this, don't get me wrong.
No, yeah, I get you.
You go through every goal from everyone and go, what about that? But I just mean... It feels like, at least away from home, when teams have scored, it feels like they've had to do something to score. Where at home, it feels like we've contributed. It just might feel like that, I don't know. But we need to go out. I think the difference between when we beat like Fulham at home, we absolutely dominated from start to finish. It's 5-0 that got given us a 2-0, but should have been 10-0. Because they had nothing in the game. We battered them from start to finish. Forest was a brilliant performance and a really controlled one. But we did play with an element of control in that one. Yeah. Whereas we said to them after the ball, and we're going to be tight, and then when we nick it, we're going to put you under pressure. And we did it in the first half. We got 2-0 up, and then the second half we battered them. Yeah. That's that should be the blueprint. But we've got our full squad.
Do you feel like it's going to be a game where we probably sit back a lot anyway, just because it is Bournemouth? You know, when you see them against, like, even when they were playing City the other week, I was watching that game and it was like they had 3 players up constantly, and like every single ball they were all chasing it down, and it was like a lot of just high pressure and like pace, and it's almost the opposite of what we are, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I feel like I could see us just being a lot more compact, and that's why, you know. But if it was a decision between O'Brien and Patterson, I think it's going to be O'Brien anyway.
Oh, 100%.
And the main one's probably Michael Keane and Branthwaite, isn't it?
That's going to be the sort of only one that that's going to be the only decision. Mm. Really?
Then, yeah, midfield-wise, you're probably all the same, but I don't know. What was the last team that how did they line up?
The which?
How did they line up? So it was that Ryan and Adley and Krupi and Evan Nielsen. But the midfield, that was sort of the thing that we said last time, when it's that we just outdone them in the midfield, and that was sort of what won it. When it was that Alex Scott and what was his name? Lewis Cook.
Yeah.
And hopefully that's sort of what it is again with James Garner and Idrissa.
I think the thing about it as well, we've got to. I think what I'd like to see the manager do is have us playing sort of more like a flat 3 at home, rather than it being with a Dewsbury all so high. Because I think he tried that with Harrison Armstrong against Leeds. It didn't work. He wasn't in the game. I think if you play with a flat 3, if you want to use numbers, a 6 and 2 8s almost, that might wrestle control a little bit more, where we haven't really done it. I think the problem is Crimson VRS makes a good point, though. The fans don't react positively when we sit back. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? People start the groaning. So therefore, we've got to go. We've got to try and get on the front foot then. But I don't know how you do it without leaving gaps. And the problem is when we leave gaps, we're being punished. Yeah. You know?
I think as well, the players who are sort of leaving them gaps, you know, like a Michalenko, you know, he goes a bit forward and he's leaving that. It's not really his strength to go forward and leave his gap. Like, he's comfortable where he is, sort of, that makes sense. So I don't really think that works for him either. And same with O'Brien. Like, they don't, we spoke loads and loads about having like overlapping fullbacks, but obviously they're not good enough to overlap. They are there to be defensive. So I know Michalenko against Thingyo changed it, but when they do overlap, they're just not good enough. And so when we expect that from them, it never really works.
I think the problem sometimes as well is you want everything done quickly. So you're trying to win the game quickly, but maybe it's just a case of just ensuring we win the game. Mr. Blue Sky says, I personally don't care if the football's boring and pragmatic, home or away, as long as we win.
Yeah. It's the trap that West Ham fell into, weren't it? Where they sacked Moyes because they wanted sort of like expansive attacking football, and then they got rid of them, and now look where they are now. And sort of Everton have fallen into that trap as well, I think.
See, I think...
Just get results.
I don't think we play bad football. I think we can be better. I do. I think some of our decision-making's terrible. But
I think we play bad football for the half.
Better. But we're unable to put a complete performance together totally. But then that's probably just where we are, isn't it? That's probably where we are. I mean, in terms of changing the team tonight, would you make any changes from the team that won at Fulham?
It's a weird one because you don't want that thing of changing like a winning team, do you? And I know Moyes has a few times this season, like after Forest and stuff. As much as I don't know, I'd like to see like Tyreek George and stuff. I think the only change that realistically I would make would be Branthwaite, just because I think you sort of look at like the levels between players and sort of the whole squad, and I feel like there's a drastic difference in the quality of Michael Keane, the quality of Branthwaite, and sort of what he does for the team as a whole and how he opens it up, sort of. And so I think he's the only real big change. People have said like Adrissa and stuff because they think he hasn't been as good, but then it's between Irabunum, who's also coming back from injury, and Roll, who I found really weird anyway because he had that great game against Villa and then just hasn't had a minute since.
Yeah.
And then Tyreek George, I don't know, is it a bit too soon to just throw him in? And I thought Harrison Armstrong had a decent game for the most part when he against Thingyo. So I don't know. I think Branthwaite's the only change I'd make for now. But Tyreek George would be like your first sub, wouldn't he? Just because he's something different.
Fair enough. Gary Ward says, howdy. Rich as any you boys sitting in Village tonight. No, I'm in my seat. Don't know if John. I don't know who's got it. John might have it. Or Pet. Or
his mate's using it.
Right, yeah. No, we'll all be in our own seats. Enjoy it, Rich, and hopefully your daughter continues to be a lucky charm. And he says, up the pacey Tyreek Toffees. Derek says, afternoon, all tonight's game. Sorry, tough game tonight, but definitely winnable. The Semenyo replacement, Ryan, scored an individual worldie against Villa with 0 Premier League experience. So it is allowed. Miko will have his hands full, but he normally does well once a month. Yeah, it was a good running shot. Yeah, I mean,
the defender was woeful.
The defender wasn't very good, and he definitely didn't mean to hit it where it went, but it was still a good goal.
Michalenko's not giving him that sort of space.
You shouldn't. You'd like not to think so. These have got loads of good players, so it's about what we do, isn't it? Jez says, need to put on a decent show tonight. Home fans deserve it, but also 2 weeks without football can be our death spiral of mood if we don't win. We're so good at it, years of practice. If Branthwaite can't start, I prefer O'Brien in the middle and Patterson on the right, but I'm not sure Moyes does. In many respects, I don't understand what this is achieving. But whatever. It's that Moyes 30%. Yeah, I mean, I'd play Branthwaite. I think against these, you want to keep the ball as much as you can. And he's someone, and he's got the pace.
Yeah,
he's someone who does do that. I don't know. It's not like Everton have kept 2 clean sheets with Michael Keane at centre, but not that Keane didn't do anything wrong at the weekend. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
He's not making mistakes as such, but Everton are just better with Branthwaite.
Yeah.
In the side, unless he opts to take Michalenko back out and put Branthwaite at left back, but I wouldn't.
He's finally unlocked assists, Michalenko. That's touch he had. Oh my God.
I know you need a man to man. Steve P, I'm with you. I wish this game was away as well. I'd feel more confident. As soon as we equalised against Fulham, I knew we'd win. Mark Mack says to get into Europe, we'll have to get some results we're not expected to get, like points at Arsenal, City or the Red Shite. Some tough fixtures near the end. Let's start tonight with a big 3 points. Well, that's it. If you start winning games that are like this one, where they're tight, you start beating these teams, then you lessen the need to get unexpected results.
Yeah.
Because you're winning the games you should be winning.
Sort of looking at Everton's final fixtures, what do you make of them? With the teams that, we've got left? 'Cause weak ones, you'd only really say it's Burnley, wouldn't you? And even then.
If you're looking at it, you're saying Bournemouth, Burnley and Sunderland should be home wins. If you're trying to get into Europe.
Yeah.
They should be home wins. Crystal Palace away. Should be a home win. An away win.
West Ham away.
West Ham,
be tough.
Don't get me wrong, it's really tough, but they're down there, aren't they? Spurs away.
Brentford away.
And Brentford. Yeah, but Brentford are more than beatable.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're like
they're ones you look at. Spurs are crap. Really.
Yeah.
So that shouldn't be a write-off. But then Newcastle away, even though they're below us, is tough. Arsenal away will get beat because we always do.
Derby will win.
Liverpool at home is very winnable. Manchester United at home is very winnable. City. I just never fancy us against City because they're so robotic.
Yeah. It's like you switch off for a second and they get you there.
Yeah, and they sort of don't. We haven't been able to get them into a game where it gets fired up and they sort of get involved in the battle or lose their heads a little bit.
They're always quiet.
Yeah, it's always like, because they keep the ball. They were very good at quieting Goodison down, and then you'd make a mistake and they'd score.
Yeah.
And you'd come out and go, we were in that. You had a great chance in that. We were beating them 1-0 till, the other year they beat us 3. You got a penalty that I still don't believe was a pen. Foden scored. There was another one, it was 0-0 at Lampard, and Keane made it, slipped, and Foden scored with 5 minutes left. There was other games where you're tight and they get it. Remember, they beat us 3-1. And Dom missed a sitter to make it 2-2. And then Pickford hit a clearance straight to whoever it was and he knocked it in for 3-1. But we were right in that game.
Yeah. There's
been those games.
Not this season, though. Beto had a few chances.
Beto had chances. We've had opportunities against them. They just feel to me. I feel like Liverpool, you can get them involved in a derby.
Yeah, the
and
emotions
their heads
of it
can go a little bit because of it's a Merseyside derby. United, a weird one because they don't worry me in the slightest, and yet they've got some brilliant players. But it's normally Bruno Fernandes who has a say. Like last year, the 70 minutes was probably the most one-sided United game there's been for years. And then he scored the free kick that shouldn't have been a free kick. And the next minute, they probably could have won it, and then we should have had the penalty with the last kick of the game. But they had 2 chances at 2-2 with Xerxes. I feel like you can get them involved in that kind of game, so the beatable.
But then they're also in very good form at the minute.
Oh, but they're in great form, aren't they? But, West Ham, they've got a tough game at West Ham tomorrow night, so that might be the end of their winning run tomorrow, we'll see. But, and they're in the FA Cup, aren't they? So they've got that to play. But City just seem to me to be, I don't know why, but it feels like you can't.
Yeah, like aliens.
Yeah, you can't knock, or they just don't, they're just not worried about us in the slightest.
Composed, yeah.
So, whereas like you've seen them go to Anfield, and when Anfield's like fired up and just lose every year, but Liverpool have had brilliant teams to beat them. We're not at that level, so for us, it would have to be, they'd have to be way off it, and we'd have to somehow be able to get them involved in a game you don't really want to play. We probably have to have a big bit of luck as well that day. So when you look at the games, there's games Everton can win, but it's how many you think they need to win.
There'll need to be a few like surprise ones, won't there?
Well, there's 13 games to go, and we probably need at least 20 points to get into Europe. Right? So 6 wins, 2 draws, 5 defeats gives you 57 points. That might be enough to get 8th. if it goes down to 8th.
Yeah.
Might be, might not, might be. So when you look at it like that and you go, well, if just say for argument's sake it was 6 wins, so 3 home, 3 away. We beat Bournemouth.
Should beat these tonight.
Beat Bournemouth, Sunderland, Burnley. There's 3.
Yeah.
Right. Then you need another 3 wins. West Ham, Palace, and Brentford. There's 6 wins.
Tottenham.
Draw at Spurs for argument's sake. Draw at home to Liverpool's sake, and then or whatever. And then you've got games there like United's not a done. Chelsea at home isn't a done deal. You know. So.
Newcastle away.
Newcastle away. We won last year. We drew the year before.
As well.
Drew the year before. So there is points. There's no doubt about it. There's points there for us, and they don't normally come in the ones you think they're going to come in. Everton might win 5, draw 5, and lose 3 of the last 13, mightn't they? And that would be 20 points. Everton might win 7 and draw 1 and lose 5 of the last 13.
Yeah.
Or win 7 and lose 6 of the last, you know what I mean? And there's 21 points. So there's many different ways to do it. The easiest way to do it is get 3 points tonight.
Yeah.
And then you start going, right, now we only need 5 wins and 2 draws to get the 57 points that it might be. But you can never sort of work it out, can you? Because we would have said, would we not? We'd get more than 2 points from Brentford at home, Leeds at home and Wolves at home.
Yeah.
I was expecting 9 from them, or at the worst, 7.
And stuff as well. There's other games. It's just like
West Ham at home is a shocker. Villa at home, in the context of the game on that day, was a terrible result. Because one team came to try and not get beat.
Yeah.
They had one shot, and we all over them and couldn't score. So, but you balance that up then and go, yeah, but Palace could have been 2 up before we scored. So it is one of them.
Yeah.
But I would have said.
But it's just like there's just clear opportunities that we sort of haven't grabbed, and it's them ones that you said, like the Wolves one and stuff. It's like no one, even Burnley 0-0 to them.
That was put Brighton last week for the
Yeah.
first half. Don't get me wrong, we were terrible at Brighton. People said we were poor at Fulham, and we were, but we still could have scored 2 or 3 goals in the first half of Fulham. At Brighton, we didn't have a single attempt at goal. Now, okay, Pickford had 1 save to make, and Matoma probably should have scored. So we could have been behind, and we weren't at half time. But the second half of Brighton was just one-way traffic, apart from when they scored, and then they almost made it 2-0. The Matoma one got disallowed.
Yeah.
But that was we 3 points away there from the perspective that we came out for the second half. It was 0-0, and we were all over them, and Dewsbury all missed a good chance. And, we've had a chance. The Tarkovsky header got cleared off the line. Dewsbury all flashed another one wide. We could have won that game. But then, I just don't think we can't really do that. Well, where we are, because we've got points like last week, Saturday, where we could have been 2 behind at half time. It was only 1, and we've managed to turn it down.
It was Tarkowski's last goal at Derby. That one, well.
Which is crazy, isn't it?
So how many headers he gets, how many wins.
I'd say someone
It's been like a
sent
good few off the line recently as well, isn't it?
Someone sent me something before. Patrick sent me something before about the substitutions impacts from the bench this season. Okay, so Arsenal are top with subs impact. 9 goals and 7 assists. Their subs have contributed so far this season. So 16 goal contributions. Then Brighton.
Everton's like 3 or something.
14. Everton at bottom with 2 goals and no assists. Both better.
Yeah.
And City at bottom as well. City have had 1 goal, 1 assist in their subs.
And City?
Man City.
Wow.
People like Burnley have had 8 goal contributions from the bench.
That's insane. City's the shocker one though, at their bench.
Considering what United have only had 5 with their bench, and Liverpool have had.
I suppose City almost doubled it if that Cherky goal counted.
Liverpool have had 7.
Oh.
But Arsenal have had 16 and Everton have had 2. No assists. So the subs who've come on, no one's created a goal. And it's just better who's got 2 stoppage time goals, hasn't he? Or
Palace.
Brentford was slightly earlier, wasn't it?
Wait, doesn't Palace? Doesn't he sub for that?
Even scored, did he? Or assist. Scored against Brentford, didn't
Oh
he?
yeah, it was his shot and Green. Yeah.
His header, and it come out, and then
Yeah.
Green just put it in. Brentford, he scored the header,
Yeah,
same as Barry.
Good header.
And then obviously Brighton last week, but no assist.
It's mental. That.
So that tells you the impact of players there, that our creative players who've been sub have not come on and done anything.
Yeah. But to be fair, though, our benches have been terrible this season. With like them injuries and stuff, where we had no options.
But doesn't that, it'll say, I mean, Tyreek George at the weekend came on at the pre-assist, if you want to give him that. But it's those, you're looking for him, you're looking for Tyler Dibbling.
Yeah, it's
Gotta
sort
do
of
more.
the reason why, when we were into like Gabriel Jesus and stuff like that, it's why Arsenal keep him in it. Because him and Trossard, they might not be starters, but they can come on and they can sort of change it for them. That's what Everton just don't have.
Has done it for them.
It's like them different profiles of just someone who's pure pace would come on and just get like one goal.
Yeah.
Because these wouldn't be expected. But yeah.
Highlights it though, doesn't it?
Mm.
Shows you that, for us to be bottom there. Sunderland are quite, have had a decent return. Brighton are up there. Bournemouth have had 11 goal contributions from subs. Sunderland have had 7. Though the promoted side, Leeds have had 6. Sunderland have had 7. And Burnley have had 10 from their subs. And yet we've had 2.
And they're both better.
So,
And we gained 1 point from it.
yeah. So we need more from the subs as well. That shows you with the squad. And
Well, yeah. Hopefully it's what you have like the George and stuff for, isn't it?
yeah.
Just very quickly.
Yeah, go on.
What do you make of Roll not even featuring now? Are you surprised as well? No one in the press conferences even asked him about it. So he was good against Villa.
He was excellent.
And like there was that whole thing of, when he first came and it was like Moyes was buzzing with him how good he was, and then he had them few cameo appearances off the bench and he looked good. Then forget it.
Yeah, the injury though, didn't he?
But he had a game and he was terrible for who it was against. I can't remember, but then he came back in and was sound again. And then now he's just forgotten about.
It is odd, but Moyes has done this a couple of times though this season already. Players who come on and in the next minute, you don't even see them for a couple of weeks, and you're like, where's he gone? He was coming on the other week. And to be fair, Alcaraz has won. It has happened to Roll a couple of times, in all fairness. He came on whatever games before Sunderland. Was it? Feel like it might have been Palace. No, was it Spurs?
I think.
So we come on against
Spurs.
Spurs.
Spurs and was all right.
Come on against Spurs. Yeah, it was Spurs. That was the 26th of October, I think. He came on against Spurs and did all right. Headed one over and he should have done better. But he was decent in the game, picking it up, running with it.
Yeah.
Then we went to Sunderland and he didn't get a second on the pitch.
Yeah.
And McNeil, who hadn't been coming on, came on in that one, and you're a bit like, what?
Yeah.
Like, how come he's coming on there? And then Ira Boonham had done well and never got on the... And he's done this with a few players, Moyes. And he might say, I'm trying to keep them all fresh. So I can't bring, or I'm not going to bring Mail and Roll on every single game because I'm going to give Ira Boonham time, or I'm going to give Charlie Alcaraz some time, or I'm going to give Dwight McNeil, or I'm going to give... I mean, doesn't seem to be asked about giving Adam Hasn't any time. But that kind of thing. But I do find it a little bit strange because he was excellent at Villa. Yeah. There he was. He'd done really well.
In midfield where they were all like sort of.
And he did well at Forest when we won at Forest.
Yeah.
Played in there and then went right back. Finished the game at right back. So he's done all right.
Considering that was his first game back after injury as well, and he had sprinting after everything still. So yeah, it's so weird. I just don't get that like midfield three of him gone and Harrison Armstrong where they were all sort of changing against Villa. I thought that was going to be like the plan going forward, but then now
Dewsbury Hall was back though, wasn't he?
But even so,
but then even so against Leeds, he didn't play Dewsbury Hall, did he? He dropped Mail and Roll for Ghana for Patricia Ghana Gay, didn't he?
Threw him right back in. But it's like as an option, and he was talking, wasn't he, in the press conference saying that like players like Branthwaite, that's why he didn't play, and Dewsbury Hall, they can't be playing all these games because Dewsbury Hall was limping when he came off, wasn't he?
I think he was just tired though.
Yeah, but even so. If you have like a Mail and Roll to come in who knows the role and stuff like that, it's perfect, isn't it? But I don't know.
He'll have a reason for it, won't he?
Weird, isn't it?
It is, but he might say, well, got Dewsbury all there. He might think Merlin's a bit loose with the ball, and on Saturday he wanted them to have a bit of control over it. And people will have a go at this again, but his passing accuracy was 98% on Saturday, so he's hardly really giving the ball away. And it might be something to do like that, where he might feel the energy he rolls needed in a different type of game. That can sort of be the only thing. Or he's just hasn't been training well.
But that's probably it.
And he's looked and gone, he looks a little bit off for here. You know, you don't know. But he's still getting used to it, isn't he? His first season in the Premier League. And he's had a hernia operation. He's probably still getting used to it. Maybe. Don't know. Deck says, got to play George or Dibbling on the right for me tonight. As good as Armstrong's been, our right-hand side is non-existent with him and O'Brien at right-back. Take the game 2 with the 2 proper wingers, but no Moyes will be the same again with Branthwaite for Keane, maybe. Well, what I would say is Armstrong did a really good job on Saturday on the right-hand side. He started on the left, and the manager had to swap and Jai because he didn't slack back for the goal, and Jai. He let Iwobi just run off him. And we were getting killed down that side until Armstrong went over there.
He won a lot of fouls as well,
yeah.
I noticed.
And when he went over onto the right-hand side, Armstrong, Fulham's attacks sort of got less and less down that side. But yeah, listen, at home, I'd always want us playing 2 wingers because I'd want us to really go. Like, I'd love Tyreek George to start tonight.
Yeah.
And his replacement after 65 minutes or so should be Tyler Dibbling. That's what it should be, because we should be on the front foot trying to win the game. The manager might say, no, I want a more cautious approach. Try and feel our way into the game. Keep them at bay.
It's Armstrong then, isn't it?
And then, with half an hour to go, put Tyreek on and try and win the game from there. That might be his approach. He says, no, and Moyes, it'll be the same with Branthwaite for Keane.
Probably.
Steve E says, better football will come with better players. We saw that with Moyes the first time round. I couldn't care less about the football for the rest of the season as long as we get the points. All that matters is getting that conference place, which will then attract better players and give us our most realistic chance of finally winning the trophy. Couldn't agree more, Steve. As much as I want to sit down tonight and watch my team entertain me, flying forward, having 35 shots in a game, and winning 4-1.
If we get a scrappy 1-0, I'm buzzing.
But all that'll matter when the whistle goes at 9:30 will be that whether Everton have won or not. If Everton have been terrible and won 1-0, I might go, God, we were crap there, weren't we? But I'll still be buzzing.
Yeah.
I'll wake up tomorrow morning buzzing that we've won the game. If Everton go and play majestic football and get beat 4-2, I'll be fuming because we've lost. Might go, oh, we played some great footy, didn't we? Yeah, but we got battered.
Yeah.
So, you're absolutely right, Steve, right now. Because it's different if we were 11th, 10th, and we were 11, 12 points behind the European spot, and you sort of looked and went, no chance for Europe.
Yeah.
0 chance. And there's no threat of relegation. You'd start going, I want to see Tyreek George. I want to see Adam Asnou. You know, they're the ones I want to see. I want to see us trying to build.
Sort
now.
of how the last season ended.
Yeah, you start looking and going,
I want to... We weren't getting Europe. It was just within that mid-zone.
But you're looking, aren't you? You're looking going, I want to build then. That's how I'd be looking. I'd be saying Tyler Dibbling's got to play. We're trying to build and kick this team forward. But right now, because we're right in the midst of it, just press that. Jacob, just press the remote, please. Because we're right in the midst of we're right in the midst of a European chase. The points are the only thing that matter.
Yeah.
This might change in 6 weeks. We might be nowhere near it. And then we start going, well, you know, is there a chance?
Sacrifice it now and then we get the benefits later.
And that's it. So it's about just grinding a win out for me tonight. You know what I mean? I think Everton are capable of just create chances for Tierno Barry, please.
Yeah.
Give our centre forward some actual chances in a game of football. Rather than just go, he didn't score, did he? No, because you didn't give him anything.
Yeah.
You know, so... but you're right, get better football. We've seen that this year, Steve, haven't we? You know, David Moyes came in a year ago and we got results and the football was miles better than what it'd been under Deitch. And we got results and the results got better and we did really well and we finished the season really strongly. And then this season, we're a different team again because we had Jack Grealish, Dewsbury Hall. We got better footballers, so the football's gone up a level. Still isn't where we want it to be. We want it up here and it's here. but it was down there at Dyche.
Yeah.
So it's gone up. So better players again coming in the summer will drag the level up again. And that's what you're looking for. But right now, results matter. That's all that matters.
It's exactly what's happening with Arsenal, innit? But just to a better extent. They've sacrificed, the nice football that you see like Liverpool and City play when they win the league to just be dead compact and no one's going to outscore them. No one's going to have to score against them, so they're not going to outscore them. So,
But Arsenal are playing very similar to how Liverpool played last season, which was just boring, but they were getting results. Arsenal have been brilliant under Arteta ahead of this year. Played some really great open football and they look a bit like City and they haven't won anything. So this year they've just gone,
you're not scoring.
Don't score, 4 centre-backs across the back, set pieces, penalties, nick the odd game. Other games, when they've got ahead, they've been able to, because they've got people like Declan Rice, who's incredible, and they've battered teams. But in general, it's get the job done first.
And then
if we're 2 or 3 up and we can play a bit of footy, we'll do it. But we're getting the job done first. Well, that's what we need to do on a much lower level, is get the job done. These are a really attacking, fast team, Bournemouth. They could quite easily beat us 4-1 tonight, easily. But we could quite easily beat them 3-0, 3-1, because they give you so many chances.
Yeah.
You've got to take them. And let's hope they give Barry them and he takes them, because that's what we all want, don't we? We want our centre-forward scoring. SDP says, Bazir onto 20-year-old winger from Strasbourg, Abdullah Ouattara. I'd literally have every single one of their players. The recruitment is unmatched. Also, did you see the defensive midfield that I was talking about? Yerenki for Northern. I've seen Brighton are after him. Yeah, I've seen Brighton are after him. Stevie says it's going to be us or Brentford for that Conference League spot. Quite possibly could be. But I think we'll beat Brentford down there.
Yeah, I think so.
As well. I really think we'll beat them. We owe them big time. Rai Wren says, let's hope we don't do an Everton tonight. Have multiple chances this season to push up into the top 6 and manage to balls it up every time. Yeah, I mean, can't dispute that we have messed it up. The manager said that himself. There has been circumstances in some reasons why we haven't won it, which is, of course, injuries and AFCON and stuff. But we have had quite a few, haven't we? We've had quite a few and we've just not been able to do it. So it's a tough one, but we've got to do it. Gallagher, Sophie says, got a feeling George starts tonight.
I thought he looked good when he came on.
Yeah, he looked bright, didn't he?
A lot more, it just looked different to what we've got.
Blues, I don't know whether I'd try and Jai centrally, mate. He went there against Palace and was totally anonymous. And he ended up getting put on because I think half of that as well was that Dibbling was totally anonymous as well that day. But Moyes ended up taking Dibbling off and putting the Jai on the right. And when he put in Jai on the right, he was better. And in fact, we got the winner because he was in that position and stood the ball up for Beto Zeda. So he has played there for us before. Just don't know whether he can get in the game enough there when he goes centrally as opposed to when he's wide. Changing it. Dewsbury all deeper works. And I think him and James Garner work well together. Driss is just not being fully back on it since coming back from AFCON. But I don't think Illiman and Jai has either. So hoping them two click tonight. Not that they've been terrible, because neither of them have, but I just don't think they've been as influential as they normally are.
Yeah.
Since they come back, but they still contributed. Hopefully they'll have good games if they're picked. Well, and Jai will be picked, whether Idris is picked as well. So
what I liked when we play, I was just checking them, when we play Forest at home and beat them 3-0, was when Dewsbury and Garner were both deep together and they had Alcaraz in front of them. Don't know if Alcaraz should play, but I like them two deep together. They play well together.
Yeah. Why wouldn't we be playing in our blue home kit? Just out of interest, Mr. Blue Skies. Is United tonight, is it? At 8:15. Fair play. Do it. The latest one, yeah. It's a tough one, that, for them. Like I say, I watched do it.
That fella might be able to cut his hair.
Possibly. I mean, I watched bits of them. I said to you that night, Burnley, they looked really good until it went 2-0. He looked like he could put 4 or 5 in, and then Burnley missed. Honestly, Burnley could have ended up with 6 goals.
Yeah.
It's like, it
was the same with Chelsea, innit? They just can't hold the lead.
Yeah. So, Royal Blue Richards, I agree, Baz, but we can't win at home. We've got to start, though, mate, haven't we? There's got to be a point where it turns, hasn't it? We took 8 points from the first 12 at Hill Dickinson, and we've took 8 points from the next 8. Which is really poor. So there's got to be a stage when we start winning. Curtis says, first time at the new ground tonight as a birthday present. Hope we can turn the home form around. Well, let's hope you're the good luck charm, Curtis. That's what we want. EO, he was a 10 at Sheffield United. Well, he was like a second striker. But that was in the Championship. He'd never played in the Prem, don't forget. In the Premier League, I just think it's a different skill set. And I think a lot of those teams are strong in the middle. And I can only go by what I saw against Palace. Last year, I was saying, why not have a go of them there? Because we're trying to get more goals. But I just think the Palace game, I was so surprised how bogged down he was.
Yeah.
He just couldn't get any space, and they just kept taking the ball off him. And then when he went wide, he looked so much better.
Yeah.
So it's not me saying he definitely can't play there, but just the evidence what we saw for the Palace game, I just don't think wasn't great. It wouldn't make me think, yeah, I'd do that. Because I think otherwise you're then going to have to play sort of Dibbling on one side, George on the other. He ain't playing Dibbling, George and Jai, as he has the 3 behind. You know, maybe if, like we said before, if there was nothing to play for near the end of the season, he might go, well, I'll try this as an attacking lineup. He's not going to do that in this game. And Jai gives you that natural width, and also, in general, works quite well. And he works quite... I mean, he's been brilliant on the right for us, hasn't he? This season. It was just at the weekend he didn't have a great game, but Fulham, I think it showed a thing at half time where they'd attacked down the left hand side 59% of the time, and he was saying it was the biggest it was sort of like the biggest example of a team attacking down one side in the Premier League all season. The numbers were so high, because normally when you look at it, it's like might be like early 40s on one and 30 odd, and then the middles, or good teams will go, a lot of the other teams who are quite narrow will go mainly through the middle. But theirs was so much down that left-hand side, because obviously didn't even trying to get out there, and we were sort of struggling.
It's the thing of the negative not having Grealish is that, because Alisson Armstrong isn't sort of as experienced as a winger, you don't really have to double up on him, but they can double up now and die, and it's going to be harder for him, innit?
It's difficult, isn't it? Harrison Armstrong's been brilliant.
Yeah.
Been brilliant. Can't wait to see him score his first goal. You know, just wrap one in. If that one would have dropped in the far post the other night, you know, and he's pulled it on his chest and hit it. You'd imagine if he'd have just you know, they'd gone into that far corner, it'd have been tremendous. What a moment that'd be for him. So he's got to just get himself into that zone of comfortableness where he thinks, I'm having a shot. Don't need to pass it. And he sort of did that at the weekend. He wasn't trying to set it back. It was just like, I'm having a go here. You've earned your spares, mate. Get it out your feet and hit it. Yeah. Same with Dibbling. Dibbling gets back on the pitch.
That was terrible, that.
Well, he passed up. That was the classic, for me, case of having no confidence and going, you do it. You know, and he tried to play it across to, I think it was Beto. If it had got there, Beto would have tapped it in. We'd have all gone, what a ball.
Yeah.
But
just show
in that moment, just shoot. Because if you hit it across the keeper and the keeper gets a hand to it, Beto's there anyway to tap it in. And everyone's giving you the plaudit.
Just guaranteed a chance. Yeah.
And that was what I was like, why I liked Tyreek George at the weekend, when he got it and popped it in and got it back, took a touch, he's blasted. Okay, it flew over.
The confidence is there, though.
But he's had a shot. He hasn't gone, oh no, I've only just come on, I better try and pass it again to someone else. He was just like, getting this out my feet and I'm lashing it. And it's fired over the bar. Don't mind that. Don't mind that at all. So, yeah, listen, Everton have got a big incentive tonight. If they won, they'd be 6th.
Yeah.
You know, top 6. And that'd be a big thing, wouldn't it?
Be massive.
Now, okay, there's games tomorrow and we could drop back a little bit, but all we can do is our bit.
Yeah.
Isn't it? If we could win tonight, we'd have 40 points. We'd be 6th. We'd put 6 points between us and Bournemouth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we consolidate our place right in the middle of that European race. And then we've got it's practically a fortnight off before we play Manchester United. In 13 days till we play again after tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Players are off for a few days. We'll have a little break. And then they'll be back to build up for United. And we want United. I don't know if they've got in the FA Cup. But in the FA Cup, they get beat. Did they get knocked out by Brighton? They did, didn't they? They got beat at home by Brighton 2-1. Sure. Yeah, they did. So they're not in it either. So,
because that Lacey got sent off.
Yeah. I was thinking they had the cup game, so they haven't. So the pair of us are gonna have a long time off and sign a plan, but we can only worry about ourselves. But let's just win the game. Let's win the game and then go into that break on the back of a win.
Yeah.
United game will take care of itself. It's a big game in itself, and it'll take care of itself. Big atmosphere and all that, but if we could get the win tonight, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? By hook or by crook, anyway. With due penalties.
Yeah, we are. With due penalties and a Tarkowski goal, so bet on them.
Said to you the other day, bloody Chelsea got more penalties in about 10 minutes than we've had all season in the Premier League, which is nonsense, isn't it?
Yeah.
So, we're due at least one penalty tonight, so give us a couple of pens, let's slot them. Let's beat Bournemouth. Let Iriola be moaning after the game. I'm all day for that. And let's get on with it. Graham_R says, yeah, it's the least games Manchester United have played in a season since 1918 or something like that. Because they went out in the second round of the Carabao Cup on pens, didn't they, to Grimsby? Yeah. They went out in the third round of the FA Cup. And they're not in Europe.
That's terrible. That.
For the club and the money they've spent for a club of their size, that's absolutely crazy, isn't it? RCUD9UN says, when is money going to be invested in the youth reserve team and scouting players instead of Brighton? Well, there has been money invested in them and there still continues to be. Haven't you seen? I mean, look at all the players we bought in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
They're all younger players, aren't they? I mean, we just brought Tyreek George in when he was 20 a week ago. We've got Tyler Dibling, who's 19, Adam Asner, who's 19. So there's 3. Tieno Barry's 23, 22 when we him. Merlin Rolls, 22, 23. Alcaraz, Bidabunum, Armstrong, who's come through. We are buying players. In fact, Everton, there was a graphic up yesterday of everyone, or a graphic of the players that teams have bought. And Everton were one of the highest with 60, I think it was 67%, it might have even been more, of players we bought have been 23 and under. We're one of the highest.
No.
Leeds had all of their players were 25 and over who they bought. They were the bottom with the ratio. Yeah. So we definitely are investing in it. We brought in Nick Cox from Manchester United to revamp it all, and he's doing it. He's really highly rated. Spoke to quite a few people in the game who know him, who not necessarily to do with Everton. Some who've been at United and some who know him around a thing, and they were like, he's really, Everton have done unbelievable to get him.
I think I've spoken to you about this before, but there was that interview with Calvert-Lewin when he said the reason he became a striker was because of Nick Cox. He was a midfielder, and then he said be a striker because of his attributes and that. Which is funny.
Yeah. Mark Foster says this has got to be one of the matches we would have targeted 3 points from. Yeah, we've got to. We've got to. Listen, they're a good team, right? But they're not Real Madrid, are they? They're not Real Madrid. They're a good team. They've conceded 44 goals. All right, they've scored 41, but we've got to do it. DJJ O'Bar says we're bottom of the penalty table with 1. Brentford are top with 8. And Chelsea have got 6. We've been fouled once in the box in 25 games, apparently. Just once in the box. Gary Ledger, saw that before. Jack Grealish, Everton. He wants to come, obviously. We saw that last night.
He loves it, yeah.
So, just seeing Graham _R says our youth teams are decent. Just done the double over Liverpool. I saw someone at Everton waxing lyrical about Braden Graham. Braden Graham's, there's a few. There's
Akarakiri.
That's the one. There's that dude.
I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. That's just
Akarakiri,
in my head, it makes sense.
Akarakiri, the Pogba region. Everyone is all over him. There's Olawaya, who they really like. Yeah. He's been on the first team bench. He was only 17 in January. He's been sub for the first team. Everyone really raves about him. That's just said Braden Graham. So there is some players there. There's even Sangu, the young lad, played for England. He's only 16. He's playing in the 18s. He's
there's loads of keepers as well. Really high rate,
Pickford, George Pickford. There's Douglas Lubianks, who they all
the one he's from Liverpool as well.
There's the one who's a bit younger, isn't he? But we've also got McEverly, the centre back, who's in year 11. He plays now under 18s, keeping out first year scholars. He's that good.
Wow.
They've got John Dodds, who they brought down from Scotland, Ruben Goker, who they all really think is going to be a good player. So there's quite a few bubbling under now. They've got to take the next step, them lads, and develop. But there's some potential. Even people like Kieran Lowney, who we brought in with Braden Graham, he's got a few goals and he's 6'4".
What's the one who just went to the Freakins team? Morgan?
George Morgan. Yeah, I'm not sure whether Morgan will be doing anything here, but he did score on his debut for the Freakins team. AS Can. So fair play to him. Mark Foster says Bournemouth have the 14th best away record. 2 away wins, 1 was at Wolves. And then said, however, we have the 14th best home record.
Yeah.
Something's got to give.
Who was it that came to Everton and won the first away game? Was it Brentford?
Newcastle.
Yeah. Was in Brentford?
Brentford hadn't won an away game, didn't they? Won, yeah. RC, I know. Imagine if you're right, if they'd have just watched our scouting videos, if they'd have watched ours, we'd have had Malik bleeding Juve there, flying down, whipping them in. Someone messaged me, Lee, my mate, messaged me the other day. Lee, who does the Unholy Trinity podcast, messaged me and was like, Srangari's still doing really well. Like, 8 million quid we could have had them for, even if he was just going to be part of the squad.
Yeah.
8 million, Forest paid 35 for him or something, 30 for him. It's crazy. Gary says, was at Fulham on Saturday with my 2 boys, front row, and I'm in the photos with KDH Steve, the fans, bloody brilliant. Yeah, it was great second half, wasn't it? And Graham says, I wish I was going on loan to Cannes. I know, imagine, bit of warmth. Leighton says it was interesting to see Seamus coaching with Moyes. But yeah, well, obviously he's gone down as part of the squad, hasn't been named amongst the substitutes.
I was about to check that. I didn't know if he was or wasn't.
No. Can't be up there going, Seamus, get one, he's there doing stretches with Moyes.
Yeah.
Can't he jogging up and down that?
But he's on the bench, but he's not really on the bench this season, is
he? The bench will be interesting tonight. Because obviously they left Dwight McNeil out the squad.
Asnew.
Was Asnew not in the squad?
No, wasn't in the squad.
I'd be fuming if I was him.
I know.
I'd be livid if I was him. I really would.
Not like a loan rating.
I'd be fuming. I'd be fuming. So it'll be interesting to see who's not on the bench tonight.
Yeah.
Because everyone's fit. And when you think, imagine we mightn't have got Tyreek if Grealish hadn't got injured.
Do you not reckon?
Well, he did want a winger. They were speaking to Chelsea right at the very start before Grealish got injured. So I think because he could play up front as well.
Yeah.
I think we might have got him anyway. But imagine if we had got him as well as Grealish, then who else would have missed? Someone else would have missed out.
Dippling in it.
So if you look at name me the 9 subs from the other day.
Travers, obviously, Patterson, Alcaraz, Roll, Diblin, Beto, Tyreek George, Branthwaite and Irabudum. It's
Patterson.
Patterson or Diblin, isn't it? But even passing, you don't have another fullback.
I know, but I still think.
Yeah, I suppose. You put Rollers on
I still think Patterson's an easy drop for the manager.
Yeah.
He's an easy drop.
It's a shame, innit? Because I thought he played well.
He had done well. It's like tonight, out of them. I know people are like, he might bring Dwight McNeil back. So if McNeil comes back tonight in the squad, who's missing out there then? If he took Dibbling off the bench for McNeil, that'd be a shocker.
Yeah,
He'd have had a shocker there. So again, it could only be Patterson.
Yeah, it's the easy one, innit? But it's rough on him too. He'd be equally as annoyed as if he was as new as you were Patterson. No, you know, Scotland are going to the World Cup, and I don't know how true the stories were about him being able to go to Wolves or whatever, but he wanted to stay and fight, but he's not even given a chance to fight.
He was in the team.
No, that's what I mean. He was in the team and he plays well and he still doesn't get to stay in it and dropped out of the whole squad potentially.
Interesting. Mark Max says 9 players have played for Everton and Bournemouth since 1990. Can you name them?
Josh King.
Josh King. Dan Gosling.
Dan Juma.
Arnold Danjuma.
Begovic. Did Atsu play for Bournemouth?
Yeah. Christian Atsu. There's 5. Sylvan Distan. 6. Since 1990, Joe Parkinson.
Yeah, you've got the old one. You have to get them ones.
Parky. 7. He's been in the Premier League for years, though, haven't he? When you think of the team. Are you missing an obvious one here?
I know, that's why I don't want to look at the comments just in case they tell us.
Got 7 out of 9, I think, here. No other goalies, is there? There's none.
No other goalie.
Because then you're going to have to go to sort of when they were in like the Championship and when they were in
like loans and stuff.
Lower down or...
I feel like there's going to be one just obvious one, isn't there? That's...
Oh, I'm going to be furious here. There's 2 missing. Got 7 out of 9. It's 2 more. I can't. Since the 1990 thing means that it's going to be someone who we just don't, who we forgot about. Well, you won't have even known, but I've forgotten about. Or someone who maybe didn't play that often for Everton and ended up just playing in the lower leagues for Bournemouth. Maybe. Because I can't think it's anyone who's played in the Prem.
No.
Now, you know, we've done this time, we've done Gosling, Begovic, Josh King, and Dan Juma. They've all their recent times. I don't know if we had anyone else at Bournemouth recently. We haven't, have we?
I think there's one that's there now.
Who was at Bournemouth, or one at Bournemouth who used. There's no Bournemouth player that used to be at Everton. Is there any Everton player that used to be at Bournemouth in our squad? Oh, hang on, Mark Travers.
Oh yeah.
And hell, just him.
There's 8. We've got one more.
Just big Mark Travers, like the art sub goalie. You go through the players then, your defenders. There's none of them, is there? Left back, right back, no. Midfield. Wide. Okay, I wonder if it's an obvious one.
Oh yeah, it's another screen.
No, be here all night.
Yeah.
Come on, Mark, give me the...
Who's the 8th?
We've no 9th, isn't it? We've got 8 out of 9.
Oh yeah, we got 8.
With 1 to get. Brian Ball says we've got to get in the box to get a penalty. I think we had 3 times the touches of some teams this season in the box and still haven't done it. Russ says setting off in an hour as I live 65 miles away. Work and family means I've only got to half the home games this season. I've seen us win once, 4 draws and a loss. My guts are churning. I'd give anything to see back-to-back wins to start a concerted push for Europe. We're as ready as we'll ever be, and the confidence of making Europe in a good summer window could really see us push on.
This last person I've never heard of.
Hope to God George starts on the left wing with Illy back on the right. Come on, you Blues.
I was going to say, you might have to pronounce Bajani Larson.
Vidarsen.
Oh, is that a D?
Barney Vidarsen. Wow.
Played 1 game for Everton.
Yeah.
6 for Bournemouth.
He's-
So we got them all apart from him.
Isn't he
That's-
Icelandic, Vidarsen?
It's got a son at the end in it, so I would imagine. Yeah.
Wow. There you go.
We've done
Vidarsen.
well there, though. 'Cause
We have. We've done 8 out of 9 there. We've done all right. Bjarni Vidarsen. What a guy. Central midfield player. And got him, and people were excited.
Only played 22 minutes in total.
It's fair play. Oh, El Ghazi. What a guy. What a guy. 11 minutes against Leeds. It's his claim to fame. Yeah, Bjarni Vidarsen. We done well there, yeah. 8 out of 9, we're happy with that, aren't we?
I'll take that.
Happy with that.
Christian Atsu only played 2 games for them as well.
Bjarni Vidarsen. What a guy. Right. Suspiria 5614 says Patterson wasn't on the bench on Saturday.
He was.
He was. I think he definitely was on the bench. Seen him. I literally seen him sat there.
Got my screen as well.
Yeah, he was, yeah. Right. Lovely people. Make sure you like and subscribe. We're going because we're going to match. Hence, we've got to go. So, Michael Symes, yeah. Right, take it easy, everyone. We make sure you check out the aftermatch stuff after the game. Hopefully, come on, Everton. Just get the win. Come on. Let's do it. Take it easy. See you after the game, and we'll see you tomorrow as well. Have a great night. See you later.